Beyond the salt marsh and the sleeping cranes, the glass-tied monastery stood, its cloisters veiled in pearl blue vapor, its broken windows breathing wood. The tide had entered through the side hall, thin as silk across the stone, leaving moons in every footprint, and teaching empty rooms a softer tone. In the chapel all the candles perished years ago to weather, rust and rain, but one small bowl still held an ember red as a heart that outlived pain. I came there carrying old alarms on my hand and names inside my coat, thinking mercy was for brighter people, thinking I was built to sink, not float. But the pale ember at the glass-tied monastery didn't blaze, didn't ask, didn't accuse. It only stayed alive inside the blue air, like a quiet proof I did not have to lose. And the tide kept moving through the corridors, silvering every fractured seam. I thought redemption would arrive in thunder. It came like warmth, returning to the dream. Along the nave, the saints in mosaic had blurred to halo, shell and rain, their faces half reclaimed by salt bloom, their gold worn tender into grain. A bell rope slept in the baptistry, green with age and damp with dawn, while gold light drifted through the rafters like the first clean thought before it's gone. I knelt beside the embers, breathed and watched it pulse against the chapel bowl. And for a moment all the grief I carried looked less like wreckage, more like coal. Not ruin past all use or meaning, not ash the sea had come to claim, just something dark that still held fire under every weathered name. So the pale ember at the glass-tied monastery lit the edges of what I couldn't say, not enough to turn the night till morning, just enough to keep despair from having its way. And the tide kept moving through the corridors, turning cold stone opal in its gleam. I thought redemption would arrive in thunder. It came like warmth, returning to a dream. Then dawn unfastened on the water, not gold but rose and silver gray, and every pane that looked like damage held a different kind of day. The ember thin but did not vanish, it steadied small against the light, and something me long kept bracing set down its armor the tide. Now the pale limber at the glass-tied monastery lies somewhere low behind my ribs. Not a miracle, not a clean beginning, just a faithful spark that fog and sorrow couldn't rid. And the tide still moves through all my chambers, silvering every fractured seam. I thought redemption would arrive in thunder. It came like warmth, returning to a dream. At the far end of the drowned West Annex, the Atlas room still held its blue. Hollow tables, warped drawers, and globes drifting slowly in a mineral hue. The tide had climbed the marble staircase and stopped below the card catalog, leaving salt along the brass nameplates and fog inside the reading lamps. Maps lay open like sleeping weather, their borders softened into veins, while islands bled beyond their ink and old trade routes dissolved to rain. I came there with my lost coordinates, all my broken norths beneath my skin, thinking every wrong turn I had taken proved I'd never really been let in. But in the blue garnet mercy of the Atlas room, the water touched each page like grace, thinking every wrong turn I had taken proved I'd never really been let in. But in the blue garnet mercy of the Atlas room, the blue garnet mercy of the Atlas room, the blue garnet mercy of the Atlas room. In a drawer marked title revisions, I found charts no harbor ever knew, all pearl estuaries and phantom peninsulas, coast drawn where old grief once grew. A compass slept beside them open, its needle trembling toward the sea, as if every place I thought was ruined still contained a route for me. From the skylight, fractured cobalt fell across the shelves in tender bars, turning every stain of damp and weather into something almost star-like, almost sparse. I traced one map until my own reflection met the water pulled across its frame, and for once the face returning didn't look exiled by its name. So in the blue garnet mercy of the Atlas room, every vanished road began to gleam, not restored to what it once had promised, just enough to guide me through the dream. And the blue garnet mercy of the Atlas room, the blue garnet mercy of the road began to gleam, not restored to what it once had promised, just enough to guide me through the dream. And the glue garnet mercy of the atlas, the glue garnet mercy of the atlas out beyond the harbor lights and warning buoys. The drift observatory turned in sleep, its white dome streaked with rain and brine, its iron ribs complaining to the deep. A spiral stair of damp blue stone wound upward through a lantern fog, while every window caught the tide and broke it into trembling silver shards. The telescope stood still as herons, their lenses filmed with weathered light, as if they'd spend whole years searching for a gentler version of the night. I came there with my damaged bearings, all my vanished stars beneath my tongue, thinking every map I made of myself had failed before it was begun. But in the mercury bloom of the drift observatory, the dark went soft around the edges of my name, not to rescue me from every distance, just to show the lost can still be changed. And the sea below kept breathing upward, cool and slow through steel and stone. I thought redemption would arrive as a rival. It came like learning. I was not alone. In the chart room under the dome's weak halo, pale dust lay over brass and glass, and old star tables curled at the corners like tides that never meant to last. One notebook held a dozen crossings, latitudes inked in a shaking hand, then suddenly gulls, fog banks, and an unnamed strand. I touched a lens gone gray with salt bloom. It gave my face back strange and clear, less like someone built from shipwreck, more like someone slowly reappearing here. Seam of cloud unfastened, letting one thin planet through the haze. And every instrument in the observatory caught a little fire without a salt on my sleeves and a steadier pulse, and a sky I no longer feared was mine. In the mercury bloom of the drift observatory, the dark went soft around the edges of my name, not to erase the years of drifting, just to make a harbor of change. And the sea below kept breathing upward, cool and slow through steel and stone. I thought redemption would arrive as a rival. It came like learning. I was not alone. At the edge of the harbor, behind the rope works, the mariner's greenhouse kept its heat. All iron ribs and salt white glass, with tidewater breathing beneath my feet. Compasses slept in ceramic planters, their needles dim with moss and lime, while sextants hung from curling vines like constellations softened by time. Night blooming flowers open slowly, blue as embers under rain, and every petal held a shimmer like the sea had learned a gentler name. I came there with my weathered bearings, all my old hard currents locked inside, thinking growth belonged to better gardens, thinking I was built for storm, not tide. But in the cinder blue of the mariner's greenhouse, even rust began to look like blue, not restored pain. Charts were curling, moon maps stacked in warped mahogany. Their silver latitudes gone blurry, like memories loosening from geometry. A distance lantern cracked and quiet hung beside a all green with harbor weather, still circling emptiness the same. I touched the globe of some lost planet, painted pearl with threads of gold, and saw my face in the lacquered oceans, less like ruined, more like weathered, more like whole. Then from above, one projector shivered, sending scattered stars across the flood. And every point of light looked patient, like something ancient understood. So in the opaline sleep of the harbor planetarium, even my silence found a sky, not redeemed into perfection, just wide enough to stop asking why. And the tide below kept moving softly through the columns and the blue lit seams. I thought redemption would arrive at sunrise. It came like stars returning to the drowned parts of my dreams. Could still be seen as clean. In the eastern gallery of recovered things, a whalebone frame stood pale and long, and shelves of sea glass sorted by color glowed like the memory of a song. There were labels typed in fading ribbons, found after storm, retrieved at low tide. Unknown origin, edge-worn silver, returned by water. before a shallow vitrine, where one green shard caught rose blue light. Its surface smooth from years of weather, its center still remembering the strike. And something in me long kept hidden under names like failure, flaw, and scar. Look less like ruin in that dim room, more like a relic that had traveled far. Then dawn spilled through the cracked rotunda, washing amber into pearl and gray. And all the objects once called broken stood like proof that loss could change its shape. So in the amber reverie of the tide glass museum, even my sharpest edges seem too slow. Not erased, not turned to innocence, just softened enough to catch a different glow. And the flooded floors beneath the cases caught each little fractured gleam. I thought redemption would arrive as mending. It came like learning brokenness could still be seen as clean. Under the wharf where the pilings tremble, a hidden chapel faced the tide. All warped pews and rope-burn rafters, all pearl dark beams where linen swallows hide. The floor was veined with narrow seawater, moving slow between the stones. And every votive left half burning made a rose glow out of drift and bone. Saints and niches wore salt on their faces, their gold leaf dimmed to tender gray, while hooks for nets and rusted pulleys hung like prayers the harbor forgot to say. I came there with my sleepless burden, all my dead weight names beneath my coat, thinking grace belonged above the water, thinking I was made to sink, not float. But in the rose static of the wharf chapel, even the tired would learn to shine, not to lift me out of all my sorrow, just to make the dark a little more divine. And the tide kept breathing through the aisleways, soft as mercy, cold and slow. softened at the thought of surviving unfinished time. Then above through slats between the planks, the first pale morning filtered through. Not gold, but blush and oyster silver, turning every wet board briefly anew. The ropes, the hooks, the saints, the puddles, none were healed into a perfect form. Yet all of them held light together, like shelter does when it outlives storm. So in the rose static of the wharf chapel, even my old heaviness could rest, not erased, not answered into brightness, just given a softer room inside my chest. And the tide kept breathing through the aisleways, soft as mercy, cold and slow. I thought redemption would arrive as rescue. It came like a candle teaching salt to glow. Beyond the ferry warehouse loading doors, the phonograph hall remained awake. All walnut cabinets, brass-throated silence, and sea wind threading every flaking frame. The windows wore a skin of mourning, thin and pale as rinsed out milk, while floodwater crossed the parquet slowly, like a hand relearning how to feel. Records slept in paper sleeves of dust, their labels dimmed to pearl and brown, each one a weathered little planet spinning songs too patient to be found. I came there with my buried echoes, all my old refrains pressed flat with shame, thinking memory was only damage, thinking every replay kept the wound the same. But in the pale threnody of the sea wind phonograph hall, even sorrow found a warmer tone, not erased from its first breaking, just given room to tremble into something new. And the brass horns held the morning like a tide inside their golden bloom. I thought redemption would arrive as silence, it came like hearing mercy in the room. Near the back beneath a cracked transom, one machine still turned on borrowed grace. its needle lowering through the static, like a blessing touching time's erased face. The song it gave was mostly weather, vinyl hiss and distant piano rain. But underneath a voice kept rising, soft as someone forgiving their own name. I stood there while the sea wind shifted through curtains stained with harbor blue, and every note that once felt fatal thin like fog the daylight wandered through. On a ledger by the operator's station, someone wrote in slanted coastal ink. On a ledger, sweet the leaf glues tender. On a ledger, swallowed heart can drink. On until the grief grows tender. On until the heart can drink. Then dawn widened through the high glass panels, turning brass to apricot and cream. And all the records in their narrow sleeves look less like endings than recovered dreams. So in the pale threnody of the sea wind phonograph hall, even my oldest day could sing. Not beautified into forgetting, just tuned enough to carry something living. And the brass horns held the morning like a tide inside their golden blue. And I thought redemption would arrive as silence. It came like hearing mercy in the room. Under the keeper's house beyond the headland, the brine archive breathed in the dark. All cedar drawers and tight warped ledgers, all shutter light and a far revolving spark. Ivory lanterns hung from hooks of iron, their glow made soft by salt and dust. While on the floor the seawater wandered through maps gone pale with weather and rust. door stuck hard with years of rain. Opened bundles tied with ribbon thread, each tagged with harbor date and name. Inside were letters never posted, ink on blue and petals pressed to dust. Small accounts of weather waiting, cold, and something in me quit resisting all the maps that never quite held. Then the dome above half failed in sea wind, caught first light in fractured bands, saffron cream and pale blue ash, moving slowly over glass and hands. Every instrument once built for certainty stood quiet in that tender glow, and none of them seemed ruined by their silence, only